Hi Dreamers, welcome back. It is time to restart up my favorites and fails videos. I haven't done one of these in a really long time because I've been so focused on project panning that I really felt like I was just kind of using the same products over and over, and I really didn't have favorites because you guys were seeing, pretty much what I was using with project pans. But what I've realized is that I do rotate other products in and out, and some of those things I'm remembering as old favorites and some things I found as new favorites. So a lot of kind of what I'm going to show you today, some of it is old favorites that I've rediscovered, and some of it is new favorites, and then I have quite a few fails for you. So we'll start with all the makeup. First thing, let's start with new favorites first. So one of my new favorites is this Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. One of the things that I love about this, and I did do a whole review on this foundation, I will link it down below. And I gave it kind of an review when I reviewed it, and the reason really is because of the price. I think that there are a lot of things out there that cost less that look just as nice, because this is very expensive at $13 for only half an ounce. But I really do like the foundation, and one thing that I tremendously like about this foundation, and the reason why it's been one of my favorites, is as the weather has gotten warmer and as we're moving into kind of the spring sports, graduation, end of school type of season, my job is getting very, very busy. And so my stress level has risen. And then if you've seen a couple of my other videos, we've been having some car issues, and that's really raised my stress level. So getting up in the morning has not really been my forte. And one of the things that I really love about this foundation is how easy it is to apply. So it just has a little cushion in there, and I take this is a Real Techniques buffing brush, and this is what I use, and I just tap it in, swirl it on my face. I do need to top this with powder, so right now I'm using my Makeup Forever HD powder. Just top it with a little bit of powder, and I am good to go. And I haven't had any problems. I know I've watched quite a lot of reviews, and some people have said that they've had problems with the wear time. I have had this foundation on right now for about 11 and a half hours, and I think that it still looks great. I don't start to notice any breakdown at this point. My skin is pretty normal at this point. I think that if you had oily skin, that this probably would break down a lot faster. If you have dry skin, this does feel very moisturizing, so I think you might like it. So that's why it's in my favorites this month, because I like it. I don't like the price point for how much you get, but I do like the way that it looks, and I love how easy and quick it is to apply. Another new favorite. This shocks me that this is a new favorite, but I received this from Influencer, and it was actually kind of an aside product with a mascara that I received, and all of the Influencer items were about this mascara. And I actually thought this was a mascara when I got it because of the way that the tube looks. I thought it was a little mascara sample. I just stuck it in my drawer, and I kind of completely forgot about it. And so about a month ago, I pulled this out, and I was like, oh, I thought this was because it says Master Precise Curvy, and I read it as curly, thinking it was curly lashes. But this is actually a liquid liner. And I was looking for, I was switching out my top makeup drawer. I was looking for something that I hadn't used in a while. And so I pulled this out, and it has sort of a really funky tip on there. And I like to put this sideways like this and put my liner on. It is almost completely matte finish. It is what I have on my eyes right now. But this gives, if you're looking for a thicker line, if you're looking for that super duper thin line, you're gonna hate this. This does a thicker line, but it does a thicker line with quite a bit of ease, and I've also found it very, very easy with my hooded eyes and even the sort of folds that I have on the outside here to do a little kitten wing. It's been very, very easy. You would have never told me that with this type of little tip on there. because I'm usually a brush tip fan, but I'm really enjoying this. And you know, way to go, Maybelline. They just kind of snuck that in there for Influencer. So this is the only product that I did not pay for in the reviews, but like I said, the whole Influencer thing was about the mascara. Okay, so that is all new favorites. So let's skip to old favorites. I am working on my Pan That palette, and I am working on the Too Faced Matte Eye palette. This is the eyeshadow palette that really got me back into makeup. I don't remember how many years ago it was. I want to say it was like 4 or 5 years ago, probably 5 years ago, maybe even 6. It's been a really long time. So anyway, I had gone to Ulta. I'd been feeling just kind of really down about myself. I had 2 little kids. I hadn't been wearing a lot of makeup. My marriage was falling apart, and I just wanted to pick me up. So I went into Ulta and I saw this and I thought, this is too expensive. I can't buy it. And I bought it anyway. It was my birthday present to myself, and I have loved it. And you can tell I have just loved and loved and loved this thing. But the whole palette is not what I'm going to talk about today. What I'm going to talk about is this color, Vintage Violet. And you can see that it is really just about gone. And I'm going to see if I can't get a kind of a swatch for you here. But this color is just really so unique, and I'm having trouble getting a really good swatch of it because there's just not much left. But it is this really just beautiful matte violet color, and I love it. It's so unique. I don't have anything else like it in my collection. There may be something out there that is like it, but I don't have anything else like it. And as I have committed myself to using this palette, I've realized how much I really love that color. So if you guys have any suggestions, if you know a color that is similar to that, please leave me a comment down below and let me know, because I am almost out of it and I'm going to be sad when that is gone. Another old favorite. This is another one of those, kind of first things that I bought when I got back into makeup. So I have no idea how long I've had it. This is the Too Faced Full Bloom Ultra Flush Powder Blush in Sweet Pink. This is, they don't even make this packaging anymore. But I still think they have this color of blush, but it is so pretty. It's what I have on my cheeks right now. The thing that I love about this blush is that you don't have to be super duper careful. With the mornings I've had lately where I'm in a big rush, I can just kind of slap this on and I don't have to worry, did I tap my brush off enough? Did I not get enough product? It's just a beautiful pink color. It has just the right amount of shimmer in it. So when I wear this blush, I usually do not put a highlight on. I do not have a highlight on today, which again saves me a little bit of time in the morning, but I think it just really gives you that natural, flushed, healthy look. So absolutely loving that and glad I pulled it back out. Another old favorite, and this isn't really that old. I think it's been out for maybe a year or so, but in the Wet n Wild, the contouring palette. I really like both sides of this, but I have been just going gangbusters on this side. This is the Dulce de Leche one, and this powder right here, it's just like a banana powder. These are so creamy and they feel so good. You can tell it's just kind of a really soft powder. I use this to set my under eye concealer, and I absolutely love it. It makes my concealer stay all day. I've been using a very, very emollient concealer because I've been using the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. Very, very thick, very emollient concealer. I did not touch up my concealer at all from about 12 hours ago. Again, when I put my makeup on, and it's still just glued and set in place. I love the way this looks because it sets everything, and then I can blend it out nicely, and I don't have kind of any cast underneath my eyes or anything like that, and it's lovely. If you have not tried this, it is so inexpensive, then you should go pick it up. Even if you're only interested in one half of this, it's very, very good. I do like the other side as well, but I am focusing on a different bronzer for Project Pan, so that side is just going to have to wait. Another old favorite is what I have on my lips, and I pulled this out kind of by accident because the lipstick that I have in my project pan I misplaced for a few days, and so I thought, well, I'm just going to grab a lipstick, and so I just grabbed one out of the little bin that I have up here, which is my favorite drugstore lipsticks. And this is the Rimmel from the Kate collection. It is number 8, and I don't think it has a color name. It's just number 8. But this is what I have on my lips right now, and this is just a great sort of go-to everyday color. I can slap this on with pretty much any look that I have. It's very, very comfortable. It lasts, you know, an hour and a half, just like a regular lipstick does. On me, it lasts for about 15 minutes because I pretty much almost never don't have either my water with a straw or a can of pop, or I eat like all day long. I'm not one of those people who really likes to sit down and eat a meal. I like to snack all day long, so I'm sort of constantly eating. And that is murder on my lipstick. But that is another old favorite that I'm just super, super glad that I found. And I don't know what is up with my hair right now. I really need to get in and get a haircut. And it's just acting all funky right now. It's getting ready to rain, and so it's wanting to be all poofy. Okay, anyway, last beauty favorite. I pulled this out, which is just a little sample of the Victor & Rolf Flower Bomb. I do have the full size, and as I moved all of my drawers and everything to this new location, I know it doesn't look like a new location to you, but it's a new location to me. I will do a filming area shelf tour or something coming up at some point as soon as I get everything sort of finished and settled. But I discovered that this was at the back of one of my shelves, and I thought, oh, I need to use that up. And so I started wearing Flower Bomb again, and I remember why I love this scent so much. I am terrible at describing the way that things smell, but this is just a nice, it's not fruity, it's not florally. I'm not really that kind of girl. It has a little bit of a musk to it, but it's very, very nice. If you're looking for something that's very feminine yet not sweet or florally, then this is a really great way to go. Even though it's called Flower Bomb, it's, I don't know, hard to explain. Okay, fails. I had quite a few fails this month. The first one, this was a mascara that I got in one of my subscription boxes. I want to say, I think it was Ipsy this month, and this is the Bella Pierre Cosmetic Volume Lash Mascara. I do have several things by Bella Pierre, and I like the brand. I love the I've used an eyeliner of theirs, and I really loved it. I've gotten several things in subscription boxes throughout time, and I've enjoyed them, but this mascara was just a complete dud. It really didn't do anything for my lashes at all. It says it's supposed to add volume, but all it kind of did was make my lashes dark. It's very flexible, which kind of irritates me a little bit. It's plastic bristles. There's nothing really special about the wand except for it is really flexible like that. But all it did was really just kind of make my lashes darker, and so not a fan. The other thing that was a fail this month was also from my Ipsy bag, and this is the Seraphine Botanicals Luminude Skin Illuminator. And this, I mean, I'm not going to say that the whole entire product is a fail. This is not really sort of my cup of tea for highlighters, but the thing that makes this a fail for me is this is what it looks like when you first squirt it out. And then when you blend it in, it just kind of blends away to nothing and just leaves sort of some glitter look on your skin. I don't think that it looks like a highlight. I think if you had dry skin, or you were younger than me and you could mix this in with your foundation, then that might look great, but on me it just blends to nothing and just kind of leaves a little bit of a glitter cast, and I don't like it at all. Okay, the last three things, they're kind of all the same thing. I did not purchase any of these, actually. These are the Marc Jacobs highliners. Now, I got these two full-size ones from Influencer, and then I got this one, I can't remember what, there was a birthday gift from Sephora, or if I used Point Perks to get it. But these two are a brown shade and this one is a black shade. These two are not as bad as this one. So let me start with the brown ones. They're very creamy. They write beautifully in swatches. That's what they look like there. So they're very creamy. They go on very, very smoothly, extraordinarily easy to apply. And if you do a swatch on your hand and you let them set, they are somewhat difficult to get off. I'm just using a towel here. This is my swatch towel. It's horrible, and I need to wash it. But once you let it set on your hand, it does stay. It's hard to get off. I do have to take it off with a makeup remover. On your eyes, however, is a drastically different story. If I put these in my tightline or my waterline, they do not last. They don't stay in either location. They just don't ever set and stay. I would say I get maybe an hour to an hour and a half out of these, and that's it. I did do a full review on these pencils, and I'll try to remember to link that down below if you want to check that out. On my upper lash line, which I never use pencil or anything like that for my upper lash line, but it doesn't stay there either. A little bit longer, but that's really it. But this black one, which is exactly the same thing. I actually stuck this in my Finish 7 by Spring project pan, and it's not going to happen. And it doesn't stay, has exactly the same problems as the other ones, as the brown ones, but the black one also sort of turns into a hot mess. It doesn't, not only does it not stay put, it just moves all underneath my lash line and gets out in the corner of my eyes, and it kind of looks like I had non-waterproof mascara on, and I just started kind of, slightly crying, like your eyes welled up, and then you get all that little sort of mess underneath your eyes. That's what it looks like. It's horrible. I can't do it. This product, for what it costs, I think it's $25, it's just not good. It's just not good. So if you've had really good luck with these products, please let me know what you did that was different than what I did to make them work, because they just did not work for me at all. I am always open to suggestions for how to use products differently so that I can get good use out of them. So that was everything. Last couple of favorite things for the month. They're really just sort of lifestyle favorites, not makeup favorites. So if you want to bug out, then please feel free. So I finished up, well, come on. Well, let's do this. So when I stitch, I like to listen to audiobooks quite a lot, and Audible is one of my absolute favorite places to go. The other one that I really like is called Audiobooks. You can see let's see if I can get the glare off of there. But it's the one down there at the bottom that has all the books, and it has kind of your classics and stuff like that for free. But this last month I listened to Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, and oh my gosh, you guys, this book, it kind of blew my mind. Basically, the plot summary is that this guy has one life, and then he's kidnapped, and he wakes up and he's in a totally different life. Like, he's still him, but everything about his life is different. And it's got some really cool sciencey stuff, a lot of like quantum physics that they really boil down to a level that's easy for people to understand, a lot of like the space time question, and basically what the book really is that everything that could happen to you did happen to you. It just happened on a different plane of existence. Like, let's say, for example, right now I decided to film videos, but there were 1,000 other things that I could have decided to do. So in some other universe, I decided to read a book. In another universe, I decided to have a snack. In another universe, I decided to go out for a drive and I was killed in a car accident. In another universe, I decided to go roller skating. You know, so basically that's the premise. Anytime that you make a decision in some other universe, you made the opposite decision, or one of another of many decisions that you could have made. And so all these different universes, worlds exist. And really one thing that I really loved about the book, the sciencey stuff, was super cool, fantastic. It definitely is, I would say it would fall into this, maybe the science fiction genre, but it never felt like science fiction. It never felt like anything was outside of the realm of possibility that actually could happen. But what it really will sort of make you think about is, what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go to have the life that you want? And what are the things that are important to you? You know, you may think that, gosh, you know, my dog is the most important thing in my life. And then one day you wake up in a different universe and realize that, oh, if I hadn't got this dog, I could have been, you know, an award-winning author. Well, which do you want? So that's kind of what the book is about. I highly recommend it. It was a great read. If you like audiobooks, I think the performance was absolutely fantastic, and definitely worth a go-see. Another favorite for this month is Clouds Factory. And if you guys watch my FlossTube videos, you will see some Clouds Factory things coming up very, very soon. But I have discovered Clouds Factory and I am hooked. I am addicted. I got a Beatles project. I got a Stranger Things project. There are tons of Harry Potter things on there. I've got some bookmark things for Edgar Allan Poe and for Picasso, and there's all kinds, there's a Metallica one, there's all kinds of music and books and TV shows and movies. There's even one on there that's like the different costumes of Johnny Depp. And so you'll probably be seeing a lot of Clouds Factory from me, you know, in the coming months if you watch my FlossTube videos, because I've absolutely fallen in love with it. And if you are a Stitcher, you should absolutely check it out. And if you're not a Stitcher but you know a Stitcher, then you should check it out and tell that Stitcher to make you those things for Christmas. So anyway, that is all of my favorites and fails for February. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be trying to bring this back every single month, and really focusing on, you know, what were my favorite things for the month, and not just focusing on just doing project pans. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.